everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is going to be about the time I found out I was allergic to weed. This story took place around October, maybe September, and I was going to see my brother in Toledo, and he's in prison, so I get to see him like very once in a while. And it was very early in the morning, and we went to McDonald's to get something to drink or eat because it was a long ride. Well, I got a nice coffee because I'm a white bitch. Hello, basic. What's up? And I was drinking it, you know, living my best life as a white girl on this trip, and I started not to feel good. Like, I needed to throw up, and like my tummy was rumbling as if some like bowel things are gonna happen. And so I stopped drinking my iced coffee because I was like, oh no, this isn't cool. Can't be doing that. And that's not it, sis. That's not it, sis. And so I like stopped drinking my iced coffee, and I just wasn't feeling good. Like, I really just needed to throw up. So I tried to hold it in as much as possible, trying not to throw up. I was getting really hot and sweaty, like overheating wise. Like, you know, when you get sick, you just really don't feel good, and you start getting really like hot flashes, and then like, but it's really not even hot, and then you be getting cold, and you're just like, what's going on? That's kind of what was happening to me. And so we finally get to the prison, and I've done threw up like 2 times now, and I'm just praying that I feel better because the visits are usually 3 hours long, and because we don't get to see him as much, we try to spend the 3 hours there. We get inside to the area where we get to see him and everything, and I don't feel good. So I go up to the guards to ask them if I can go to the restroom, because you have to ask the guards at the front desk if you can use the restroom so that they can let you in, because, you know, you're in a prison and people like to smuggle things in and all that good stuff. Interesting, fun, woohoo! And so I go to the restroom and I throw up, and things happen on the other end, you know. And I'm really just miserable. I am not having fun. And so I get back to the visiting room, and I'm sitting there while my family's talking to my brother. I'm kind of just sitting there silent, trying not to throw up anymore, trying to calm myself down because I'm overheating still, and I just feel like laying in my bed and like dying, to be honest. And so an hour or so goes by of me keep running up to the people, front desk people, police officers, and asking to go to the restroom so I can throw up and do other stuff. Yeah. And finally, my mom, thank the Lord, decides that it is best if we just leave, because obviously I'm not getting better. Obviously it is not going to stop. And obviously being in a prison is not the best thing for me. So we leave the visiting place, and I get front row on the way back because I need to be comfy. And it was so, like, I was overheating so much to the point where I was stripping off my clothes. Like, I'm telling you, I literally was in my underwear by the time I got home. But I had a bag about this big, like this long, and I was just puking into it. And when I puke, other stuff was coming out the end, and I just couldn't control it, and I was miserable, and I really just wanted to die. And it was a 2-hour trip back home. So for 2 hours, I was sitting in a car, naked, throwing up, doing other things. I was miserable. So finally I get home, and same thing happened, except I was stuck on a towel. I had to lay down a towel and lay on the ground on the towel because every time I would throw up, other stuff would come out the other end and I couldn't get the carpet dirty, so I had to use a towel. And I was naked 24/7 the whole time this was going on. Finally, my mom was like, we need to go to the hospital. So I go to the hospital, I'm telling them what's happening. They're like, oh, it's just the flu, like you have a severe case of the flu, like it'll be fine, go back home, take this nausea medicine, whatever. So 3-4 more days go by and I'm still throwing up, stuff is still coming out the other end, and I'm still miserable, laying on this floor, overheating, naked. So finally we go back to the hospital and we're like, hey, listen, it's obviously not the flu. This has been going on for almost 2 weeks now. Help us. So we're doing more tests, you know, all of that, like same thing that's happening. They're taking my blood. I'm peeing in a cup for all that reasons, and they're still like, can't come up with anything. So go back home, whatever. I cannot keep nothing down at, like, since the beginning, I was not able to keep nothing down, no food, no, like, not even water. I was not able to keep nothing down. I was dehydrated, I was shaking. The only thing that made me feel better was taking hot baths. So finally, we try a new hospital because 3 more days go by and I'm still doing the same thing. So we try a new hospital and they decide to admit me because obviously I lost 15 pounds at this point because I wasn't eating or drinking, and they were going to do like a surgery type thing where they were going to put a scope down my mouth and check out my intestines and everything like that. And a doctor came in to visit me and asked me like my symptoms. They asked me if I smoked weed. I told them yes. They asked me if I was taking hot baths all the time, hot showers, things like that, and I was like, yes, those were the only things that made me feel better. And finally, they told me that I had CHS. If you don't know what CHS stands for, it's cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome. Basically, that just means I'm allergic to THC. I'm allergic to weed. I'm allergic to THC. It's common, well, it's very rare. It's a very rare thing that people get, and it's mostly like, if it is a thing, it's in young women. It's very, very, very rare in men, and they find it in heavy smokers, which is me. Hello. Loved weed for a very long time, still do, but very sad that I can't have it no more. But yes, I found out I was allergic to weed in a prison in Toledo. And I was miserable for a month of throwing up and shitting naked for a month. And yeah, that's just my story about how I found out I was allergic to weed. And it is not fun, guys. So be careful when you smoke, because you could end up like me. Don't smoke heavy, kids. It's not a good time. But anyways, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you would like any more story times of mine, or you have any questions, or you'd like me to do another video of any type of sort. But for now, bye guys. Like and subscribe.